I would say though that Batman Begins, I think technically, and especially the Dark Knight, which both predate Iron Man, I think do a much better job with that. I truly love the Christopher Nolan Batman versions. I think that is right now it is the epitome of Batman. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for that one, but I think Christian Bale is the best combination of Bruce Wayne and Batman that I've seen.
Really?
I think others do Batman well or do Bruce Wayne very well, but I don't think anybody's really had a better connection to both sides of the character.
Bale's voice frustrated me when he was in the Batman suit. He sounded like a death metal singer when he was in the Batman suit.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Based on the people that they screen tested for that role, it's a hell of a lot better than the options they had.
Okay,
because the second option was Killian. What's his name? Cillian Murphy.
Okay.
Cillian Murphy was one of the later options and ended up being put in that same movie as the Scarecrow.
Yeah.
I'll never forget being a young boy watching the very first Hulk episode where he gets angry fixing a tire. And that yeah, like the old 70s Hulk thing is hysterically fun to watch. I thoroughly enjoy stuff like that. Yeah, I agree. Keaton is fantastic, but Keaton's Batman is everything else about the Keaton Batman universe is so movie, so 80s, 90s movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't feel real. Whereas Nolan did a very good job of, in my mind, of kind of grounding the whole Batman universe.
Well, but I mean, the big difference, you can make the argument that the world was more prepared and ready for it when Nolan did what he did. At the time, in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, a film like Batman done the way Nolan did wouldn't have played as well as what Tim Burton did.
I agree. And like I said, I don't hate. I think the first two Batman, as he says, Tim Burton is always a good combination working with Keaton. I agree. I think Michael Keaton and Tim Burton is a fantastic combination. And those two, the Keaton Batman movies are high on my list. But Keaton's just such a homely Batman, if I can say it that way. He's just so... Like, I was pleasantly surprised with Pattinson. Yeah. I did not think the vampire boy, sparkly vampire boy, going to be able to pull off Batman. And I think his Batman is very good. I don't like his Bruce Wayne, which is, like I said, where he kind of falls down. But I love his Batman. I think that, and by the way, that movie is a fantastically well done movie. And if you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix now. Go check it out. That brand new 3-hour almost long Batman
isn't it over? I thought it was more than 3.
I think it might be more than 3. I thought it was 2:45, 3. Maybe, it might be 15.
It's long. We went to it in theater. I thoroughly enjoyed it too. I mean, have we seen some of that storyline before? Yes, it's the setup story that we're kind of used to. We've seen a bit of it, but it did take it in some different direction. There's a reason it's 3 hours, because it had to flesh out some of the things we hadn't seen. There was a lot going on there. I almost think that it was servicing what will be a much stronger sequel.
And the Barry Keoghan Joker that was teased in that movie is going to be fantastic. Adam West is fantastic. I adore the Adam West 1960s Batman the Batman series Batman, because it's so camp, and camp has its place in a room all by itself. Adam West's Batman is on a shelf by itself, because that is so different from anything else, and nobody else could have done that, and nobody else will ever do it again.
Oh, how about Lego Batman?
He's fantastic. Like, I know people give it shit, but he's just such. And I'm having a hard time thinking of the actor's name who does the Lego Batman. It's the guy who does the Lego movie, the Lego show.
It's Will Arnett. It's Will Arnett.
Yeah. I think he has a fantastic Batman voice, and I think that the character that they've made for that. No. Yep. Heath Ledger, may God rest his soul. That man died giving us a performance of Batman's Joker that will never, never be forgotten. You can say a lot of positive things and a lot of negative things about the Nolan series, and I agree with some of the people who have criticism of the Nolan series. The one thing you can't criticize is, even though the fans thought they missed the mark initially, they proved that Joker was superior. Also, I mean, Mark Hamill. Let's not discount Mark Hamill. The animated Joker with Mark Hamill is one of the best Joker voices in the world.
Mark Hamill rules. There's just no denying it.
Barry Keoghan doesn't live too far from him. He's going to be amazing. Trust me. I've seen some Irish movies he's done on TV. I agree. Like, we've seen a little bit of what's going to be his Joker. Like, he was in the original The Batman that Pattinson did. He will be in the sequel. So we're going to see more. I'm also very excited because they're doing the Court of Owls, supposedly, in the sequel as well. And I think the Court of Owls is a very underrated Batman story.
I also like the fact that
nobody has a better villain base than Batman. Like, and granted, nobody. Like, there's no superhero that can touch the villain base that Batman has. That rogues gallery, if you want to call it that, because it's an English term, but the rogues gallery for Batman is by far and away the greatest rogues gallery. And there are some oddballs in that set, but the ones that are primary are iconic for a reason.
Spider-Man would be a close second, but still not quite on Batman's level.
I'd almost say Superman is a close second. I think Superman and Flash. I think DC fleshes out their villains a whole lot better than Marvel does.
Sure. I think as far as Marvel goes, though, Spider-Man's got the best list of them.
Yeah, no, I agree.